So, I'm Zane from eazyBI, and I work in customer support, and communication is a huge part of my work. And today I want to talk about reporting and how we can enhance it. Can I? Thank you. Yeah. So we are humans. We communicate and use words a lot in written form, in spoken form. We use emotions. We use gestures. We use activities. So it's all necessary and important part of communication, but we can do better if we add some facts to our spoken word or what we want to communicate. And what we do in eazyBI, we add reports as the facts. It's easy to read, it's always speaks as for themselves, and it allows us to make data-driven decisions or meaningful conversations, focusing on what's important. So today I will talk of benefits, why reports are important for communication. Then I will look on some reports for Jira Service Management projects, as they are quite complex, and also about sharing a few words. So reports for better communication, how they can help us. First of all, when the people start to build reports, it is the last moment when they think of things, what's important, what they want to measure, how they're going to do it, and why they're doing it. For example, it allows them to agree on the terminology. If we speak about Jira Service Management projects, it's agreeing on what it means response time. Is it status change, or it is when someone is assigned to the ticket, or is the first comment? So there is a room for improvisation, and each project may agree on different things. By building reports, we have agreement between all parties, what each terminology means. And also, we agree on things what doesn't matter for us, what we are not going to measure. Some projects doesn't measure satisfaction rates or time in particular statuses. Then, the daily work requires different platforms, and it would be nice to see holistic view from different data sources to understand the broader picture. Not only how many issues we have in the project, but probably it makes sense to see along with how much time we spent on those, how much budget we spent on those issues, requests. And you can bring more data in to see the holistic picture. And the last one is the sharing. I know that many people don't agree with me that we should share, but sharing reports means synchronized view on things, what matters and what's important. So it's clarity, and people can be part of what's important. So I always enhance the sharing, and it also builds a higher trust level. If we share how it's going with our customers, they kind of start to trust us a bit more because we are transparent. So, how eazyBI can help in that sense? And for Jira Service Management reports, I will tell in a few words about eazyBI. So eazyBI is business intelligence tool, and it has deep understanding of Jira's data structure. So with eazyBI, you can analyze not only Jira data, but also data from Jira applications like service management, and also from DevOps applications, from testing apps, from Tempo. There we have some more. And you can always bring in additional data from external files or databases. And of course, custom fields. So there's option to get more in one place. eazyBI provides dynamic pivot tables, let's call it so. You can customize them, filter data, you can visualize, but those are not pretty pictures, those are live pictures. You can use any report as starting point for exploring the data further by drilling into details or drilling into particular issues. And the last part is sharing. We can share them in Jira, in web page, on screens, in emails. What's more comfortable for the end user? So Simple, because we have a lot of predefined report templates and metrics. Complex, you can bring in what you want and build custom calculations. In service management project, usually it's not only about giving the service, it's the target to give it a seamless experience, to use some tools or get answers, but it's also communication tool between different parties involved. First of all, we have customers. And when they have questions or problems, they reach to their providers through help center or customer portal, providing some basic information that they are facing. The agents of providers are working with Jira. They have a bit different view and kind of different tool. There's a lot more of fields and options what they can do, and changing statuses, commenting, adding some information in custom fields is, in first place, is communication between the team. So more accurate are the configuration, the better team can communicate. And also status changes and some comments go to the customers. So it's communication platform. When the ticket is resolved, closed, then its life cycle ends, but then starts the last one, most interesting for stakeholders. They want to understand how good our service was, and also in the long term see whether we are improving our service, or maybe there are specific domains or components or areas where we can do better. This is where eazyBI comes in, to get overview on how we are doing. So I will look on some reports to illustrate what the eazyBI capabilities. This is quite simple. Probably you can make it with a built-in reporting tool. There I can see on the timeline by weeks how many issues were resolved and how many of them were met the service level agreement for resolution time. Yeah, for resolution time, and how many failed. That's fine, and that's quite good views, and we to understand whether it's doing good or bad on weekly basis. eazyBI offers also to filter this report by different issue fields, like projects, priorities, or components, or types, or custom fields, allowing to focus on a particular team or particular domain. The next thing is, what I like about is, and what we use is that if we spot some pattern we want to understand better, we can interact with the report and drill into details. In this case, there were some breached issues on particular week, so report user can drill into details by assignee or team and start meaningful conversation, what went wrong or what could be improved. Yeah, drill across assignee. Second report is customer satisfaction. You can import customer satisfaction rates into eazyBI and analyze them by timeline, as well by any other issue field. So it gives some freedom. The third report is where I can combine both of those together in one. I can compare different metrics in the same view. In this report, we have two lines, one representing service level agreement fulfillment on response time, one representing different service level agreement on resolution time, and see whether there's any correlation. And also on the bars, there is customer satisfaction rate. I have also enhanced the minimal and maximal values. This gives us insight to see whether there is any correlation between those activities, between good fulfilled service level agreement and customer satisfaction. For example, I here don't see any correlation, so probably something else is important to provide good service and improve satisfaction, not the SLAs. So it's an option to check on your gut feeling, whether it is or not. And the last report is overview report. eazyBI is good at making overviews. We can make lists and lines over time, but sometimes it's easier just to see indicator. Are we still going good, or it's declining, or we are improving? And then start the conversation and further exploration. So this is overview, whereas main indicators for the current period representing different SLAs, resolution and response time, as well as showing whether the trend is going up or down, and also customer satisfaction rate. But it's not limited to those metrics. You can add here even more. Overspend or test coverage, or what's your focus for your team. The last one is about sharing. So we say the sharing is the caring, and kind of believe it. With sharing, you can keep people on the same page, and usually we like to be the part of something that's important and be involved and see how our work is moving towards the main goal. So the shared reporting allows them to be on the same page and be synchronized on the terminology. This also improves performance, that we become better on things what we focus on. Also, we don't spend time on comparing the data sources where we got our data. And at the end, yeah, there's no place for rumors. So the sharing. In eazyBI, we can create single reports and put them in report collections. Like there's one example, and this could be shared among all the involved parties. With the agents, it would make sense to give them feedback in the Jira where they are working, so they don't have to look for the reporting somewhere else in some external system. Put them on Jira dashboards. For customers, also we can put those reports on the portal. Don't be afraid to put them, but as I said, in some cases this improves the trust level between customer and service provider, and they will see only data that are allowed to them. They won't see the tickets of other customers. And then, of course, for the management, who are still working with a lot of calls, chats, and email, we can bring those reports through the email and schedule regular updates on how things go on. If they are spotting some pattern in the send out report, they can always, from this email, get to the live report in eazyBI and do their investigation or ask someone else to do it. So to wrap up, is eazyBI can enhance your communication with reports, because we can bring in data from different apps together in the same cube, and you can compare them side by side. When building reports, this allows to get to the common terminology and how we do things, how we measure things, what means done for us and what means first response time. And lastly, there are a lot of out-of-the-box metrics you can use straight away and report templates. So start simple. And if you have specific use cases or curiosities, you can build your own complex calculations, complex reports, and add additional data. Choose your level. So thank you for your attention. And this is QR code to our demonstration account, where you can see those report examples I just showed you, and poke around and play around with eazyBI and see the capabilities better for yourselves. So thank you.